And this month they sent me Stampede TX. It's actually got texture particles in it. I belong to the Caulk of the Month Club. Each month they send a different caulk to try. I set up the joints and then I caulk and tool them. No, it's a great release.
So again, all caulk has texture. Just some caulks brag more.
First of all, Stampede TX polyurethane sealant does in fact have texture particles to make it texture compatible on certain surfaces. This is different from the physical feel or texture of a caulk or sealant itself.
What he said. Polyurethanes don't have to brag. It's just that good. Period.
You know, he's right. My little girl was talking about this over breakfast.
Oh my God, she is the cutest thing.
She said, "Mommy, did you know polyurethanes are designed for interior control and exterior expansion joints, perimeter caulking of interior and exterior frames, perimeter caulking of exterior panels, and coping facade joints?"
And she's only 6.
So did you? Did you know? It's a story. You know, some people just do not know how to tell a story, okay? I guess we can say that here. It's like reading The Cat in the Hat and leaving out the cat or the hat. You know, it's like, did you know there wasn't any caulk in that story at all? I was disappointed.
Now, that's just the tip of the proverbial iceberg. And I'm not talking about no city in New Jersey. Anywho, we're talking about super heavy-duty construction, which you see up here on this chart, all right? And they're used by designers, specifiers, builders, GCs, all the suits that tell you what to build and how.
I know what you mean. Those suits are always messing things up. Well, not people that wear suits. We're talking about suits as a race here.
Remember, polyurethanes aren't for everyone.
Or every building application.
And they're not to be used below the waterline. I mean, you can splash them, but you can't soak them.
And they're not for mirrors, so why should I even bother?
Or for Teflon surfaces, or for polypropylene or polyethylene. The polys don't play well together.
Yeah, and you can't use them for structural sealant glazing for glass. You know that good-looking building on 5th? So what's even the point?
And you also want to be careful using polyurethanes around special protective surfaces.
Oh, yeah, or cosmetic coating. Test it out first.
That's right. Use protection, otherwise 9 months from now.
That's not what protective coatings means. We're talking about precautions.
Well, so was I.
If you use polyurethanes on absorptive surfaces like limestone or granite, be careful. The sealant could leach into the substrate and cause staining or even damage. And light-colored polyurethanes will go through a color change if there's a lot of sun. Although ultraviolet light doesn't affect performance, it does damage sealant's good looks.
Strike 3.
Oh, thank you. Baseball stadiums are an excellent example of polyurethane sealants. But that's a different type of protection altogether.
What are you going on about?
Catcher's masks. You can only find them in baseball stadiums, in sporting goods stores. I was in Little League once. You know, I got injured the first day. You know, I forgot my catcher's mask at home, so I did make one out of caulk, although it didn't work that well. Never tried it with polyurethanes, though.
And for all you tree huggers out there, polyurethanes, at least certain Sherwin-Williams polyurethanes, are better for the environment.
Hey, Polly, give me a little hand here, will you? The U.S. Green Building Council, a nonprofit group, developed a rating system called Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, or LEED. LEED certified buildings and projects are better for the environment. And it's more than an inconvenient truth that green buildings will fare better when environmental restrictions get tighter.
What Phil forgot to mention was that the problem with green buildings is that it's hard to know if you're in the country or the city.
It's not about the color green. Never mind. We also need to talk about cure.
Well, no. See, I think you're a little confused. Polyurethanes is not the name of a disease.
If you will permit me, you have to let polyurethanes fully cure before they will perform as intended. And you'll need to be patient. At 77 degrees Fahrenheit, with a relative humidity of 50%, a quarter-inch bead will cure in 3 to 4 days. Cure rates double for every 10-degree drop in temperature. So, at 67 degrees, it would be 6 to 8 days.
But since these babies moisture cure times improve as it gets humid. Now, we all know there's probably going to be some moron who's going to try to hasten the process by spraying the polyurethane with water. Now, that's a bonehead move. If it cures too fast, it might not have enough time to adhere to the substrate. And if it doesn't adhere, why do it?
Quite right. And expedited or fast curing can cause bubbling or outgassing.
Whew. Oh, I get that when I eat dairy.
Outgassing occurs when carbon dioxide bubbles get caught in the sealant and force their way to the surface. It doesn't affect performance.
Well, maybe not, but it makes your decorative sealant look like Swiss cheese. It ruins the aesthetic.
And the client and the architect and everybody else is mad at the builder. Stupid sealant hole makers.
And I'm sure the question on everyone's lips is, can you paint polyurethane?
Well, that is actually a cautious yes. See, if the polyurethane isn't fully cured, then the paint may crawl, even streak.
Oh, and nobody wants that. Looks are important,
And you have to remember that most paints are not as flexible as sealants.
which means cracking, which means ugly.
Okay, so if I can summarize what we talked about today.
Please don't.
Email us.
The postman just never takes my emails.
Wonder why? You know,
No, I called to complain, but he just...
you just owe us.
We won't collect.
It touches me right here. It's very caulk-like. I think one of the greatest things about caulk is not how it performs, you know, in building applications, but what it brings out of people. It's like a philosophy, okay? Like Pig Latin.
You just never know what's going to make Edward get all emotional. During our craft session a few weeks ago, Nancy's kid wrote Edward's name in caulk. He got all teary-eyed. He was so choked up he actually had trouble speaking. It was a good day. Well, today was a pretty good day, too. You know, I'm really getting a lot out of these polyurethanes. Like, polyurethanes are designed for interior control joints, exterior expansion joints, perimeter caulking, you know, interior and exterior frames, perimeter caulking, exterior panels, coping joints, coping facade joints. They're also good for sealing things like fiber cement board siding or exposed interior control joints, metal curtain walls, flashing and skylights, heating and AC ducts, and so much more. Now, they're not made to work below the waterline, and they're not for mirrors, Teflon-coated surfaces, polyethylene and polypropylene, or for use as a structural sealant glazing for glass. You should also be careful about using polyurethanes with special protective or cosmetic coatings. Test it first. The lighter ones change color in ultraviolet light, and you should never paint them until they're fully cured. I wonder if we can make Edward cry at every session. We get more done.